Right now, somewhere in your home, your dog is probably twitching in their sleep. Their paws are moving like they're running. Maybe their lips are pulling back. Maybe their tail is thumping softly against the floor. Their eyes are darting under their closed lids. And there's one question we almost never stop to ask, even though we've watched this same scene 1,000 times. What are they actually dreaming about? The answer is closer to home than most people realize. Closer than the squirrels in the yard, closer than the dog at the end of the block, closer than the treat they had 3 hours ago. The truth is that your dog is, more often than not, dreaming about you. To understand why, we have to first understand how dogs sleep. Because despite all the cultural noise about dog dreams, the science is actually quite settled. Dogs experience REM sleep the same way we do. Rapid eye movement, irregular breathing, muscle twitches, the whole pattern. Researchers have known this since the 1970s, when sleep studies on canines first revealed that the dog brain runs through the same architecture of sleep stages that the human brain does. Smaller dogs, interestingly, cycle through this stage more often. A toy poodle might enter REM 6 or 7 times a night, while a much larger dog might only dream twice. But every dog dreams, every single one. And here's where it gets interesting. When researchers studied the brain region that normally suppresses physical movement during sleep, they noticed something extraordinary. When that suppression is reduced, the dog starts performing actions in their sleep that match their daily life. Pointer breeds enter a pointing posture. Hunting dogs make tracking motions. A retriever lifts its head as if to catch something soft in its mouth. The animals are, quite literally, replaying their days. This is the first piece of the puzzle. Dogs don't just dream randomly. They dream about the activities, the routines, and the emotional events of the previous day. And for the average dog, the most emotionally significant event of the day, by far, is you. You are the architecture of their entire life. You are the one who opens the door in the morning. You are the one whose footsteps mean the bag of food is coming out. You are the smell that makes them feel safe. You are the body shape they recognize from across a park full of strangers. Your dog's brain during the day is constantly tracking you. Where are you? What mood are you in? What is the rhythm of your breathing? Is the door about to open or not? So when their brain enters REM and starts consolidating the day, when it starts replaying the most emotionally weighted memories, who do you think shows up? You do, over and over and over. This is something dog owners have always sensed, but the neuroscience has been catching up. Memory consolidation during REM sleep, in mammals, prioritizes emotional. The brain doesn't replay everything from the day. It replays what mattered. And the thing that mattered most, the thing your dog's nervous system was tracking with the highest intensity, was the person they're bonded to. But here's the part that surprises most people. It's not just happy dreams. Dogs have nightmares too. You've probably seen it. The whimpering that isn't quite a bark, the legs that are running but stiff, the breathing that goes shallow and fast. Sometimes the eyes snap open all at once and your dog lifts their head, panting, confused, looking around as if they don't quite know where they are. Then, almost without exception, they look for you. That part is not random. When a dog is jolted out of a stressful dream, the very first thing they do is locate the source of safety in the room. And for nearly every house dog on Earth, that source is the human they live with. Not the other dog in the house, not the most comfortable spot on the couch, the human. There is a quiet, devastating implication in this. The thing that scares your dog in their sleep, the worst-case scenario their brain rehearses, is almost always about you, about losing you, about not being able to find you, about a sound or a separation that in waking life would mean you are gone. Researchers studying separation distress in dogs have noticed something striking. The dogs that show the strongest anxiety symptoms during the day, the pacing, door scratching, the watchful staring at windows, are also the dogs that have the most disturbed sleep at night. The two are linked. The fear of losing you doesn't switch off when your dog closes their eyes. It follows them in. But the inverse is also true, and this is the part that I think most people miss, because it's so easy to romanticize the bad dreams and forget about the good ones. Most of the time when your dog is dreaming, they are not having nightmares. Most of the time, they are dreaming about the good parts of their day with you. The walk, the moment you sat down on the couch and patted the spot next to you, the squeak of the treat drawer, quiet 5 minutes when you scratched behind their ears and didn't look at your phone. These are the memories their brain is filing away, tagging as important. weaving into who they are. When you see your dog twitching, when you see the little half smile that sometimes ghosts across their muzzle in the middle of the night, what you're often watching is your dog re-experiencing the best moment of their day, and that moment statistically almost certainly involved you. There's a behavioral cue worth knowing about. Some dogs in deep REM may make a very specific sound. It's not a bark, it's not a whimper, it's a soft, breathy, almost laughing exhale, sometimes coupled with a tail thump. Trainers who work with sleeping puppies have described it as the happy whimper. It tends to appear during what looks like a positive dream, often paired with paw movements that mimic play or eat. If you've ever heard it, you'll recognize it instantly. It's the sound of a dog who is in that moment content beyond any possible nightmare. And here's the part that's hardest to fully sit with. Your dog does not have a complex inner social world. They don't dream about coworkers, or relatives, or a teacher from 3rd grade, or a stranger they met at a party. Their entire emotional cast of characters is small. The people in their household, sometimes a familiar dog from the park, sometimes a person who visits often, and one of those characters always sits at the top of the list. They sleep at the same time you do. They eat when you give them food. They go outside when you decide. Their day begins and ends with the rhythm of your day. So when their brain replays the day's emotional highlights, the cast is largely made up of you. That's why some sleep researchers have started to describe dogs as bonding sleepers. The dogs that sleep on or near their humans show different sleep architecture than dogs who sleep in isolated rooms. They enter REM faster, they have longer REM cycles, their nervous system, even unconscious, stays calibrated to the presence of the person they're attached to. Think about what that actually means. While you are asleep, while your breathing slows and your body goes still, your dog's nervous system is registering it. They are calmer because of it. And when they slip into their own deep sleep, the version of you that lives in their dreaming brain is, quite literally, made out of the thousands of small moments you've shared with them. The way you say their name, the way you sigh when you sit down, the exact shape of your hands when you reach down to greet them. And here is the bigger picture. The biggest reveal of canine sleep science isn't that dogs dream. We've known that for decades. The reveal is what they dream about. Because everything we've learned, from the early brain experiments of the 1970s, to the modern brain imaging work on dog cognition, to the behavioral observations of trainers and veterinarians, all of it points in the same direction. Dogs dream about the things that defined their day, and nothing defines their day more than you. That is what is happening on your bedroom floor right now. That is what is happening on the couch downstairs. That is the meaning of the little paws twitching in the dark. I think there's something quietly beautiful about that. Not because your dog worships you, or thinks you are perfect, or sees you as some kind of god. They don't. They just see you as the most important presence in a small, warm, deeply felt world. A world where you are always the brightest figure, even with their eyes closed. So the next time your dog is dreaming next to you, try this. Listen to their breathing. Watch their paws, notice the little sounds they make, and remember that somewhere inside the soft chaos of their sleeping brain, you are there with them. You are walking the same path. You are sitting on the same couch. You are saying their name in the same gentle voice. You are in the only way your dog truly understands love, the dream itself.